What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Now, we're a few weeks away from the draft. We've been talking mock drafts. We've been really looking in, obviously, at the Detroit Lions. Thought we'd do something a little bit different and look around the division. We're so hyper-focused on our own team that when we look at the other teams in the division, you can see that we're in pretty good shape. Packers being kind of the chief example. Aaron Rodgers, 37, 38, 39 years old, however old he is. He wants to go to the Jets. He wants to go here, wants to go there. Don't know where he's going to end up, but he's probably not going to be back in Green Bay. That much we know. But there's a lot of moves that the Green Bay Packers have made over the past 5 years that just are not good. I found an article that I wanted to share with you because, again, we're so focused on our team that we kind of forget about whether the good and bad from the other teams in the division. So let's take a look at the Green Bay Packers, have some fun, and look at some of the mistakes that they've made over the last 5 years. So this article goes on to explain basically 10 moves that their GMs made in the past couple of years that are just really bad. We kind of go back to the 2018 season. So we'll run through these pretty quick, but it's pretty interesting to see that a lot of mistakes have been made, and Aaron Rodgers has covered up for that, but he can't even cover up for the mistakes anymore. Lions have beat them last year twice. They've just been kind of, they went to the NFC Championship game a couple years ago, but it's just kind of run out of steam. You can see that. So in 2019, Jaire Alexander was picked in 2018. After that, and we'll look at their draft classes here just shortly, really was bad. That was one of them. Number 9, ignoring special teams. So they've got a good kicker, but outside of that, they've really had problems on special teams. Love seeing that. Okay, number 8, Creed Humphrey. So they did not draft Creed Humphrey. Instead, they went for Josh Myers. Creed Humphrey goes right after. Josh Myers has been inconsistent. Don't even know of Josh Myers. Creed Humphrey doing a lot of good things. All pro and Pro Bowler for Kansas City, went one pick later. Signing Jimmy Graham. Remember how fast, thankfully for Lions fans, Jimmy Graham fell off the face of the earth. That guy was good for a couple years. The Packers sign him to a 3-year, $30 million deal. Boom. Nothing happens after that. I forgot about that one. Trading up for Amari Rodgers. So they take him in the 3rd round. Remember, they didn't take a receiver in 2020. I don't think in 2021. It's like, I still haven't taken a receiver. So they make a bold trade to go up for Amari Rodgers, but he can't even make it really out of camp. They get Randall Cobb, who's old, not the Randall Cobb of old who starts over him. And Amari Rodgers, we've seen him. He just not that great. So the Packers, big opportunity by not taking Amari Rodgers. Here it is. They didn't draft a wide receiver in 2019 and 2020. They passed on A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf. Love this. Oh, my gosh. And in 2020, they trade up for their quarterback now, whatever his name is. So love it. They had a chance at Terry McLaurin, T. Higgins. Instead, they just picked. We'll get to their draft classes. They're not good. Not trading Aaron Rodgers in 2022. So remember last offseason, there was up, down. What's he going to do? Is he going to come back? And remember, they just give him a ton of money to come back. They should have just said, hey, man, thank you. We went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. Life's good. Let's just move on. We had 20, 30 plus years of great quarterback play. Instead, they've kind of screwed themselves here. So we'll see what happens with Aaron Rodgers. That's one I forgot. Trading Davante Adams. Forgot about this one. This was complicated. Remember, he wanted to go, but it's like, dude, we don't want to let you go because you're our only wide receiver. But they let him go. This just should have been worked out better. Trading Davante Adams. And then the number 1 here, it is the contract extension where they gave him a 3-year extension last offseason for $150 million. And now he's going to be gone. Who knows what the contract implications are on that. So let's just look quickly at their past draft. So 2022, pretty good. Quay Walker, Wyatt, and Watson are going to be pretty good. Don't know on the rest of these guys. They had a ton of draft picks, a lot in the later part of the draft. So who knows? But in 2021, Eric Stokes, nah. Josh Myers, Amari Rodgers, no. Slayton, maybe. Still waiting on some of these guys. Okay, 2020, here it is. Jordan Love. Love it. You could have picked out some really good players there. Instead, they trade up to get Jordan Love. A.J. Dillon, okay. DeGuara's, nice tight end. Runyon Jr., okay, not bad. But again, just nothing's jumping out at you with the Packers, and that's what is so good. Rashawn Gary, Savage, a couple of good players there. Again, and I'm not a Packers fan, right? So I mean, these guys watch them all the time. I'm not watching the Packers all the time, but my point is here, I'm not. Nobody's jumping at me. Jair Alexander, this we just talked about in 2018. Okay, good pick. Wow, who else? Valdez Scantling played a little bit. St. Brown, yeah, he's. I mean, we know his brother obviously now, so it's like okay, but I mean, they're just Jamon Moore, the receivers, just nothing. So anyway, want to have a little bit of fun looking at the Packers, and we're in good shape. We really are. The Packers are a little bit of trouble. Look, they're an NFL team. They're going to find a way to be competitive, no question. And Jordan Love could be something. Who knows? But it's just looking good in the division. Let me know if you like these kind of videos, kind of looking at other teams. I mean, I'm not going to dog every team, but this was just fun to do with the Packers for sure. And I found that article, so I wanted to share that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you